Hi everybody, this is Angelo Quinones and you reach Our Ministries. Our Ministries is designed to give you answers that come straight from God's holy and inspired word, the Bible. Now I'm finding the verse because I found the verse because I see Flaga over here, okay? And it's right after that. Verse 8 of Hebrews 1 says something like this. Pros de tan huian, hatranasu hafeas es tan iona tu, ionas. Akai he hrabdas ates euthutetas hrabdas ates basileas su. Let me repeat that. Praise God. He gets the glory, not me. Verse 8. Pras de tan huyan. Aha tranasu ha theas es tan iona tu ionas. Akai he hrabdas tes euthutetas hrabdas tes basileas su. Now we saw. Now I'm at verse 8. Okay, so we saw that pros is translated onto in one app, and regard to in some English translations pros preposition, and then there's a post positive translated however in the app that we saw in our last study. That's to be translated first, as a matter of fact, as a post positive. So even though it's second in the text, is to be translated first in English or in whatever, well, I can't say whatever language, but anyway. And then after that, you have Tan Huyan, okay, so the sun. And however, in regards to the sun, okay, Tan Huyan is the accusative masculine, a singular construction. Tan Huyan, he's the object of address. The sun is the object of address. So it's okay for the sun to have a God in verse 9. Is that clear? I mean, I don't know why the Jehovah's Witnesses are so stupid. It's almost like the Alfred Hitchcock movie Vertigo, where the woman says of herself when she, failed to keep her boyfriend in her on her side, stupid, 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 and she kind of moves her hair kind of backwards, like, oh man, I'm stupid. I mean, I'm stupid though. Stupid, stupid. I mean, stupid though. Everybody should look at Vertigo. I mean, it's genius. I mean, it's pure genius. But anyway, getting back to this. Pras de tan huyan. However, in regards to the sun, now he says it's not here. Okay, he says it's not here. Now, why is that allowed? Well, in the last verse, it actually says that he says something to the angels. Okay, but he says something different to the sun. He doesn't call the angels, oh God, here. Okay, he calls the sun, oh God. So, but he's addressing the sun. It says Tan Huyan in the accusative case. You understand? So he says, okay, the throne, hatranas, of you, okay, su, and that's of you is in the genitive singular, like I told you before, it's a second person personal pronoun. Oh God is hatheas, okay, and over here too, the preposition ace is here, and so you use to translate that. Now the word is not here though. Is to will be your translation. The age, okay, to the age, to is translating ace, epsilon, iota, a final sigma. The is translating, okay, tan, and that's the accusative article found before huyan also. And then iona is here, and that means age, to the age. And then of the age is the next thing that appears, are the next things that appear. Okay, whatever. To, and as of the, okay, tau, omicron, upsilon, okay, of the, okay, age, ionos. And that's in the genitive, I believe. That's in the genitive, ionos, okay? Alpha, iota, omega with the circumflex, and the iota has a soft breathing marker. So it's not high, it's I. Now in modern Greek it will be e. But then the nu after the omega, omicron, and final sigma, and the comma. Of the age, to the age of the age. Okay. Kai he chavdas, and the scepter. The scepter is chavdas, you understand? Kai means and here. It could be translated and here. And then the is translating the feminine nominative singular article. Hey, nowadays is e, like iturkia. And then chavdas is here. Scepter, spelled out ro. And you see, I was right. There's a rough breathing here. There wasn't a rough breathing in the other app, but you know. Now, vowels plus the consonant chro can take the rough or soft, rough breathing. Okay, and so so you have over here chra, and then you have an alpha after the ro, so it's chra, and then you have another syllable. Well, actually chrab. Okay, chrab. That's the syllable chrab, and then so that's you know, HRAB. And then the second syllable will be delta omicron sigma or DOS. Chrabdas. Okay, and then after that you have tes, and that's the you thu te das. Use the vetas and righteousness. Okay, chrabdas and scepter again. Okay, and then tes is a genitive article, singular, a feminine, because basileas, a kingdom, is a feminine singular genitive, okay, construction. And it's of you, okay, su, of your, okay, that's su. And we saw that already, okay, in either part 1 or part 2, or really part 2 of this, of us. Now, again, just to reiterate, before I finish for today, that the reason why there's a debate in verse 8 of chapter 1 is that there's a little bit of ambiguity that has to do with the subject of the sentence. Okay, what is the subject of the sentence? Is God the subject of the sentence? Hatheas, or is hatranas, the throne, the subject of the sentence? Well, all major translations has hatheas because this is a quotation from Psalm 45, where it's using, okay, Elohim, where Elohim and in the Hebrew, and then you know, the Greek Septuagint, Psalm 44, okay, hatheas being found as a vocative 63 times in the Psalter there. Well, I mean, that's vocative, so that's why this is to be understood as functioning as a vocative, even though it is a nominative case construction. Okay, now we saw that hatheas is used as a vocative, okay, all right, around 12 times in the Greek New Testament. And we saw one of them in Mark chapter 15, verse 34, John chapter 20, verse 28. We saw another one in this book, okay, Hebrews chapter 10, verse 7. And you see the Son, okay, using special definiteness to address the Father. Okay? And so that's just to deal with that. I believe that 3 times hatheas appears as a vocative in the book of Revelation itself. Okay? All right. Now, the other difficulty that I want to point out that you could run into by a witness, okay, is in verse 9. Let me just check this out over here. It says over here, egapesas, okay, egapesas dikai sunen, okay, thou hast loved, okay, egapesas, and that's in the, I believe that's in the aorist tense. The alpha is lengthened to an eta, pointing out the aorist over here. And then dikai sunen is righteous. Thou hast loved righteousness, okay? And then and Greek word kai emisesas, hated, okay, lawlessness. The alpha in front of the word for law, namion, okay, is making this negative, just like atheist or apater or ameter, apater being found, okay, in Hebrews chapter 7, I believe in verse 3. and thus making those words negative. No father, no mother, proving, okay, that Jesus was not the Son of God before the incarnation, because the allegory of Melchizedek is very strong in that text. Had no father, but there, no mother, ameter. But getting to this, okay, the alpha is making, again, the word, okay, negative, no law, okay, you have hated, okay, lawlessness, okay, anamian. Dia tuta krisen se, and then check this out. Hatheas. Now I want to point this out. The first hatheas can, I say that with a slight can, okay? Can mean, oh God. It can. Therefore, oh God, your God, okay? Or therefore, your God, oh God. I mean, it can mean that. It can. I just have to point that out. That there are some that believe that one of these theoses here, and listen, in Hebrews 1:9 means, oh God. I'm just pointing that out. Do I believe it? I don't think that's there. But I have to point that out. That is a belief of some people. Now, this is the difficulty that you're going to run if you don't know the two natures of Christ with the witnesses. That they believe that he's a creature because of this, and many other verses that they spit out. Okay, well, how can God have a God? Okay, how can God have a God? If Jesus is God, how can it say in the Bible that he has a God at least 7 times? I mean, 5 times in Revelation chapter 3, 1 time in John chapter 20 verse 17, and 1 time here he has a God. So what's the deal? Says Mark from Missouri, or the other running nose JWs that run with their, pamphlets and magazines instead of the Bible. Okay, hatheos. What's the deal? He has a God, and then it does say su there. It says, therefore, God, your God, hatheos su. Well, that means your. That's in the genitive case. It could be the genitive of description or the genitive of possession. Okay, pick your choice. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? The genitive case is the case of attribution, description, or definition. Okay, it's a limiting case, but as to kind. The accusative case, and we saw that in Tan Huyan, limits as to extent. Okay, as to extent, not as to kind. Okay, you understand? Hatheos su. I mean, that's God, your God. That's what is clearly said there in the text. So how are we to explain this? Well, again, you have to know the entire Bible. The Logos had no God. En halagos kai halagos in prostantean kai theos in halagos, or in Hebrew. Bareshit haya hadavar, vahadavar haya im ha Elohim ba Elohim haya hadavar. That's the Hebrew of John 1:1. You understand what I'm saying? Praise the Lord. So he had no God. There's no genitive in John 1:1 A, B, or C. And also, don't give me this, Zoe prostina stuff. There is no such, there are no such words there, except for process there. I mean, I'm just saying, there's no devotion to God there. People are insinuating, there's devotion to God. You see? Oh, well, I mean, a word has to be spoken. So what was spoken? A pras, speech. And all these guesswork. Just let the Bible speak. It does a very good job of doing it by itself. You understand what I'm saying? Just saying. So how can he have a God? Well, according to his additional nature, he has a God. He became man, so man has a God. Is that clear? He has a God. Labon taking the form, Marfain of Dulu, of a slave. I mean, can you believe that a Jehovah's Witness told me that, the form of God is not even in the Bible? That he had the form of God? Okay, I mean that's just food for thought. I mean, Jehovah's Witness, so-called, told me that it's not even in the Bible. He was in the form of God. It is, and as a matter of fact, the Living Bible says, okay, though he was God, This is Angelo Quinones giving the glory to the God of Israel, who was incarnated in a body. God is not the God of the dead, but of the living. Thank you.